years of agricultural history. Florida's cracker cattle's been around for an awfully long time. Come with us as we take you on the Sesquicentennial Trail, Florida's last cattle drive. Tonight on Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News at 5:30 is closed captioned as a public service of Tallahassee Memorial Regional Medical Center and WCTV. From the area's largest news team, this is Eyewitness News at 5:30 with Julie Montanello and Clay Loney. Weather with meteorologist Mike McCall. And sports with Randy Ruditz. This is the award-winning Eyewitness News at 5:30.
Good afternoon. Tragedy overnight as fire claimed the lives of an entire family.
It happened in Bristol near Lake Mystic. A young couple, a 3-year-old and a 5-month-old baby were trapped inside their burning trailer. All 4 were killed. The family had just moved in and authorities suspect some boxes may have been left too close to the heater.
The house was totally involved in flames, and upon extinguishing the fire, the 4 bodies of the family were discovered in the remains. They had just moved into that house yesterday. They moved in yesterday afternoon, and this was their first night in the home.
Killed in that fire, Adam and Regina Mills and their 2 daughters, Virginia and Amy, all were found in a bedroom. The State Fire Marshal's office is investigating.
It's unclear what the motive was in New York today in an attack that killed 7 of 8 people inside a clothing store. Police say a gunman opened fire on the store and then set it on fire. The gunman was among those killed. Several others were wounded. Police now say robbery was not the motive in the attack. A witness in an office across the street says the store had been at the center of a controversy over its plans to expand and push out a record store.
A hot lead, but not much else in the search for 10-year-old Jimmy Rice. A woman in the town of Redland discovered his backpack earlier this week, but the subsequent search for clues has come up dry. Jennifer Snell has that story.
All day, Metro-Dade police divers have been searching this murky South Dade Canal for any sign of missing 10-year-old Jimmy Rice. The canal is located adjacent to the property where the trailer with Jimmy's book bag was discovered Wednesday.
The medical examiner has responded to the scene, and the divers are in the process of bringing up those items that they feel are suspicious that may resemble what we're looking for in the form of human remains. They haven't identified them as human remains at this point.
Police say it will take some time to make that determination given where the canal is located.
This particular canal, as you know, is an agricultural area. Horses, cows, dogs, and cats often fall in here and die in here and decay in here. They take on the resemblance of human remains, so you can't jump to any conclusion whether it's human or animal.
The massive search began after a woman discovered Jimmy's book bag inside the trailer of a workman living on her property.
I don't want to discuss, I really can't discuss what he's related to investigators or revealed or not revealed. I really can't give that information.
Jennifer Snell reporting. The beating of a school bus driver has prompted new safety rules, which will go into effect next week. A month ago in Decatur County, authorities say a school bus driver was severely beaten by a mother and her 4 daughters, reportedly for refusing to pick up the students who were late to the stop. School officials now have a new plan designed to prevent such problems, including a change in the bus route.
We're changing our pickup point for students who live in the area of the Simmons-McIntyre Road. The system has constructed a inclement weather shelter at the AME Bethel Church there at the intersection of that street and Highway 27.
Officials say that is the street the family charged with the beating lives on. School drivers reportedly have had trouble there in the past. Also in the plan, a school supervisor will monitor the Williams playground area where the bus driver was beaten.
A Tallahassee man wanted for several crimes managed to elude police several times today, but an ongoing chase finally paid off. 19-year-old Dennis Wayne Johnson's run came to an end on West 6th Avenue this afternoon after being cornered in an abandoned duplex. Johnson, who authorities say had 4 outstanding warrants, was located after a canine was brought to search one of 2 duplexes. The suspect's downfall was an argument with a woman earlier in the day.
Officers made contact with her, and he had left the scene at that time. A short period later, maybe 30 minutes later, he came back to where she was. Supposedly, he had a .45 caliber weapon with him and pointed it at her and threatened her with it.
Sergeant Starnes says Johnson was wanted on charges including grand theft, burglary, and battery.
Smash-and-grab robbers hit 4 Tallahassee businesses last night. It happened in the 2400 block of Appalachian Parkway. Deputies say each business had its front door smashed in. Some businesses were ransacked. Cash was taken from others. One of the businesses was a deli.
To our knowledge, there was no alarm that sounded in any of the businesses. Whether or not those businesses were equipped with alarms, I'm not at liberty to say at this point in time.
Investigators are warning business owners that this is the time of the year when typically there are more armed robberies.
The man credited with the resurgence of chain gangs in America was in Tallahassee today. Sheriff Joe Arpaio from Maricopa County, Arizona, shared his latest ideas about jail with the Capital Tiger Bay Club. He says jail should be punishment, so he's taken away coffee and movies, saving taxpayers more than $100,000. To deter theft, he dyed prison underwear pink, saving an additional $400,000 of taxpayer money.
And according to the polls, I'm up there like 88%, and that's before the pink underwear. I'm probably up to 98%, and the other 2% are in the jail. So, but I did, after I took office, I took away smoking. You can't smoke anywhere else in this world. Why should you smoke in jail? I took away Playboy, Hustler, nude magazines.
Inmates also live outside in tents with no air conditioning or heat. The sheriff says by law they must show TV, so he gives them 5 choices: C-SPAN, the Weather Channel, the County Commission, Disney, and Newt Gingrich.
In the last couple of years, an area police department was turned upside down. A bungled murder investigation. 3 top officers were fired or resigned. Now, as Jeff Ealing reports, changes are underway designed to rebuild the department the right way.
It's been nearly 2 years since the bodies of a former Valdosta police officer's girlfriend and young son were discovered murdered in their home. The crimes remain unsolved due in part to a botched investigation by the police department. In the months following the murders, the force went through massive upheaval and low morale. The chief, assistant chief, and major were fired or quit. Under the command of the new chief, the force is being restructured. The department will put more officers on the street and require them to be better trained and more professional.
What we intend to do is to bring the citizens of Valdosta a well-qualified, well-trained, educated police department that has been equipped to handle those problems that we run into on a daily basis.
As with any restructuring, some are doubtful the changes are what the department needs. Others embrace them.
I think it's great.
Why is that?
Because the better trained your officers are, the better they'll be able to deal with the public. And that's what it's all about, taking care of the public.
Because they will affect personnel, the police chief asked the city council to approve the changes. All council members said they were in favor of the plan. Jeff Ealing, Channel 6 Eyewitness News, Valdosta.
Jeff says one of the changes requires all officers to have at least 2 years of college. The plan also includes pay incentives for officers who receive special training.
And later in our newscast, the story of a 3-year-old girl who's making medical history.
And Nancy says get ready for rain and cold weather. Her Doppler 6 forecast is next.
I love it.
Ross has a fabulous selection of holiday gifts. Save up to 65%. Don't you just love it?
I love it. I love it. Oh.
For great savings on holiday gifts, it's Ross.
I got it at Ross. We went for record sales in November, and we got it. Now we're going for a year-end record in sales. And that means a tremendous savings for you. Just like Lincoln Marquez, just $21.9. Check our large selection of 95 Lincoln Continental starting at $27.9. And save $10,000 on 95 Lincoln Town Cars. You can save more this month than ever because we're going all out to make this December our best month ever. Robert Hudson Moultrie keeps you happy.
It's beginning to look a lot like a great time to save up to half off during the holiday red tag sale at Landmark. Now redecorate your home with only the finest furniture names, and for a limited time, take advantage of special markdowns no other furniture store can offer. All Thomasville, Bernhardt, Henry Don, and Lexington are up to 50% off. Buy today and pay no interest for 6 months, and we deliver free. Just look for the holiday red tag and save at Landmark Furniture Galleries, 2810 Capitol Circle Northeast.
Well, it started out as a tall tale about a snowman who was stolen from a teacher's front yard. But it really was a writing adventure dreamed up by third-grade teacher Jane Sheremick of Seminole. The snow baby wrote her class letters from all over the globe, partying at Mardi Gras, driving a backhoe in Texas, and eventually reaching the North Pole. All of this, of course, is to get kids to write back. The third graders are planning a homecoming party for Snow Baby next week.
Oh, tracking that snowman.
A wild Snow Baby
Alaska,
at that,
like,
you know?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how it stayed as a solid in Clearwater, Florida.
It's just amazing. We can't divulge that trick.
Yeah.
Now, it's going to be cold this weekend, but not cold enough for snowman.
Well, unfortunately, we're not going to have a chance of rain or precipitation at the time it gets really cold. So snow's out of the question. Of course, if you're elsewhere around the country, you may see some snow, but not here. I don't think so anyway. 56 degrees, though, currently in Thomasville, Tallahassee, 54. Relative humidity up to 83%. Pressure's holding steady. Winds are coming in from an east to northeasterly direction, running about 7 to 9 miles per hour. Well, here's what it looks like on the satellite and the radar summaries across the southeast. The gray cloudiness, some of the low-level clouds flowing in from the Atlantic. Usually we get rid of them, but there just simply wasn't enough heat to kind of move them away. To our west, the whiter cloudiness that you do see indicating some taller clouds, those that are producing some rain and even some thunderstorms. You can see a pretty impressive line from the northwestern corner of Alabama extending southwestward into Texas, and this whole area of rain and clouds is going to continue moving east-southeast, so look for that to increase across our own viewing area overnight tonight. Here's what it looks like then on the weather map. The remnants of that system that moved through yesterday stalling out to our south, but the western boundary beginning to pick up to the north as a warm front. We could actually see the temperature go up a few degrees overnight tonight, but look at all the rain and, again, the thunderstorms coming in around it. However, what we're really going to watch is this rather vigorous cold front. It's going to plunge down to the southeast, should be nearly on top of us by about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, moving through in the late morning hours through the early afternoon hours. Of course, in its wake, the cold air will filter on in. Temperature-wise, though, tonight with all the clouds, I don't think we'll drop a whole lot. Again, we could go up and then down in the way of temperature, but we should fall generally into the low and mid-50s around the viewing area, but that cold air will stay in place across the northwestern areas to us. Tomorrow night, however, we could hover around freezing. Some areas could see some upper 20s. Doppler 6 radar scanning out in all directions. We've had a few sprinkles today, but right now, most of the activity is rather light. However, here's your Doppler 6 forecast for tonight. Rain chance will actually go up, increasing to about a 60% coverage across the viewing area. And we could see some thunderstorms embedded in those areas of rain. Otherwise, cloudy and breezy, a low of 53 degrees tomorrow. Morning rain and thunderstorms, and as soon as that front goes on through, you'll feel it turning windy and cold with a high near 59. So an early chance of rain, 60%. That will go away, though, after tomorrow morning for the rest of the weekend. So if you like it cold, boy, have I got a forecast for you. So take out the fruit cake because you can share it with it. It'd probably be frozen. You might have to carve it up before you share it with everybody.
Heaven knows we have plenty of fruit cakes to go around. Thanks,
Nancy.
Nancy. Coming up in sports, the Braves' biggest opponent next season may be their schedule.
And could Tampa Bay be saying bye-bye Bucks? Mike Neighbors has the story coming up in sports.
Electric trains are not just for Christmas anymore. With the new German trains, the LGB, you can actually take that electric train that used to run around the Christmas tree and set up a layout out in your garden. That way you have the best of both worlds. Your electric trains can run more than just for a few weeks each year. These particular trains are sealed. The locomotive is weatherproof. So if you've got a proper setup, you can leave your electric trains out virtually year-round. This particular homeowner has taken a garden pool, complete with the water lilies and papyrus. They put a trestle or a bridge over the top, and they're running their LGB train across the bridge and into the backyard. Prices for an LGB train set start at about $300, and they come complete with track, a locomotive and rolling stock, and your transformer. So if you're looking for that perfect holiday gift, it might be that an LGB train is just for you.
Kevin's, North Florida and South Georgia's #1 outdoor retailer, presents the 4th annual Sportsman Super Sale. If you haven't been in Kevin's lately, then now's the time to go. Kevin's has barbered coats in ladies and men's, a full line of ladies and men's casual wear, gift items, Orvis luggage, and a big sale on duckhead clothing from plaid flannel shirts to Henleys. All duckhead shirts and pants are on sale 20 to 40% off. Quality products, low prices, expert service, and experience. That's what you get at Kevin's Guns and Sporting Goods, Capitol Circle Northeast in Tallahassee.
I tell you, I don't get no respect at all. Then I went to Giant Recreation World. Now those guys, they treat you right.
Plus, Giant Recreation World's volume purchasing power saves you money on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, mini homes, luxury diesel pushers, and more. See Giant Recreation World today.
Hey, Giant Recreation World is the place. They treat you like somebody, even if you're nobody. Oh, perfect. A family will love it.
Good afternoon, everybody. Could it be the Cleveland Bucks? Sounds like a bad group in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It could happen according to sources in Cleveland, though. WJW Television in Cleveland reports that the Bucks are closer to striking a deal to move the city to Ohio for the 1996 season. Of course, this is a result of the Browns' impending move to Baltimore. The report also says Browns owner Art Modell will surrender the rights to the name Cleveland Browns as well as the team colors in return for the city dropping its litigation. No word from Modell or the Bucks, so stay tuned. From the Bucks to the Braves, who are still resting on their World Series laurels during this offseason, they may need the rest, as it looks like the champs are going to have an interesting 1996 schedule. Now, Atlanta begins the year at home sweet home against the San Francisco Giants. But later in the year, due to the Olympics, Tom Glavine and the fellas are going to make a 17-game road trip. It will be the team's longest road trip in history after winning their first World Series. The good news for Dave Justice and everybody is that they get a brand new stadium in 1997 when the Olympic Stadium is converted. Let's hit the city of Denver, where they love their new all-star goalie Patrick Waugh, which is spelled Roy, and it means king, I just found out. Everybody seems to be catching on, except quarterback John Elway, who doesn't understand French.
Patrick Waugh. Why isn't it Roy? I don't know if he knows me, but I know him. Don't worry. I think I'm going to buy a car at one of the stores.
Do they drive? There's cars on the left side of there.
Wow. And finally, grab a seat for your plays of the day. First, the ugly. Does this look like an expansion player or what? Chris King. Oh, he misses the jam right there. Then the pretty Phil Mickelson chips in from the bunker at the Diners Club. Match play tourney, come to Papa. And I wish I could play golf like that. Phil Mickelson is magic with the putter.
Yeah. You wouldn't be sitting here, that's for sure.
I would not be.
Thanks.
Roy. I want to say Roy so bad.
Thanks.
See you later.
A special zero-down free Christmas offer from Thomas Motor Cars in Quincy.
For a limited time, buy a car for $0 down and no payments until March.
Buy a new or used car or truck for nothing down.
$0 down, buy this Cutlass or this Suburban.
$0 down, buys this Grand Am or this Impreza.
$0 down and your first payment's not till March.
Have a Merry Christmas and a new car from Thomas Motor Cars.
Thomas Motor Cars, 9 minutes west of I-10 on Highway 90, Quincy.
Happy holidays, Grandma and Grandpa. I'm getting things ready for your visit. I even help with the shopping. We saw all kinds of cool watches at Target, like these new Casio Illuminator watches that light up at the push of a button. There are styles for both women and men, now at 20% off. I'm looking forward to your visit more than Santa's, and not just because you might bring me a dollhouse.
Children of the world.
The Books A Million one-day sale, tomorrow and tomorrow only. Save an extra 10% on our already discounted prices. Save on everything in the store. Literally thousands of books, gifts, and greeting cards. Bestsellers up to 40% off. Bargain books up to 90% off. Save over $9 on Morning, Noon, and Night. Save over $10 on Michael Crichton's The Lost World. Save over $48 on The Art of Georgia O'Keeffe. Millionaires Club members save even more. Tomorrow only, the one-day sale at Books A Million. It's the one sale you can't afford to miss.
On the run, always changing. New challenges, more choices. Keeping the pace by keeping in touch. Moving ahead for the simpler things in life. Sprint, that's my phone company. Saving time, saving lives, bringing people together wherever they are. Complex technology, simple rewards. Sprint, that's my phone company.
Every parent wishes their child a happy and most of all healthy life. But can the blood from your baby's umbilical cord really help fight future diseases, including cancer? An amazing report now from Lauren Scott.
2.5-year-old Trevor Gallant just had a bone marrow transplant to treat his leukemia. It took 6 months to find a donor. So when his mom, Monique, delivers her second child, she's saving special cells from the umbilical cord. These cells, called stem cells, might help Trevor if he ever has a relapse.
It just worked out that we just really wanted to save this umbilical cord from this baby. We're trying to work that out with our hospital.
A baby's umbilical cord contains a rich supply of stem cells, cells that can be used to help people with cancer and other diseases rebuild their own blood supply and immune system. Now, a local company called ViaCord is offering to freeze any newborn stem cells as an insurance policy for the future.
ViaCord provides the service working with the physician so that parents now in Boston and nationwide can have their child's cord blood collected, transported immediately, processed, and frozen for long-term storage.
Oh, look at that standing! Yes!
Jody and David Adams decided to save 10-month-old Amy's umbilical cord blood, even though she's perfectly healthy.
The opportunity came up, and not knowing what the future holds, I wanted to have a long, healthy life, and this was something we could do to ensure that.
But many doctors say, hold on, the risk of your baby ever needing those cells is extremely low, and there are still many unanswered questions about the technology.
It's very important to realize that there are no guarantees, not only that this will work, but that it's the right approach for any given disease for a child.
A 3-year-old British girl has made medical history by having tissue from one of her ovaries removed and frozen. The new treatment will give Harriet Sulka, who is probably infertile after receiving extensive chemotherapy for cancer, the chance of having children when she grows up. Doctors hope to implant the preserved ovarian tissue in Harriet's body when she is an adult.
Well, it's time now for Medical Minute, and this one has news about aspirin and pain relievers. One, as you know, is good for the heart, but a surprise ingredient in the other may be keeping you up at night. Having trouble sleeping? The caffeine in the pain reliever you're taking may be keeping you awake. A new study shows that older people who use caffeine-containing pain relievers like Anacin or Excedrin are twice as likely to have trouble falling asleep as people who don't. Researchers say many older people are not aware of the potential problems with over-the-counter medications that contain caffeine, so doctors need to counsel them and encourage them to use caffeine-free medications whenever possible. Many elderly heart attack patients are not receiving life-saving aspirin therapy. 1993 Medicare data shows almost 40% of heart attack patients over the age of 65 did not receive aspirin therapy within the critical first 2 days of hospitalization. But many hospitals and doctors have begun making efforts to increase the routine use of aspirin therapy. Researchers say aspirin is an effective, inexpensive, and safe treatment for heart attack. And prescribing aspirin more often could save as many as 3,000 lives each year. This has been an Eyewitness News Medical Minute.
Still to come, truckers pull over to help children.
But first, if you're trucking this weekend, here's 6 on the road.
That you know who you are. What do you want to be?
We just finished painting 50 Christmas cards in 2 days.
Make that 51.
You can accomplish a lot in 2 days. I ought to know. I'm an assistant manager at Belk, and we're gearing up for our huge holiday 2-day sale. You'll save 50% on selected items all over the store. Great stuff like luggage and neckwear, kids' outerwear, even sportswear. Half off before Christmas. It only lasts 2 days, so you gotta hurry. The store's gonna be jamming. It's the holiday 2-day sale at Belk. I'll see you there.
Single most important thing I can do is tell the world that I love you.
Driving should be fun, warm, and exciting. The 96 Buick Regal. It looks dynamite, 205 horses, power, windows, locks, stereo cassette, dual airbags, ABS. Lease it for $299 a month. Drive Regal at your Florida Buick dealer now.
Florida's gonna love this car.
Buick is America's ride.
There'll be plenty of holiday excitement around your house if you do your holiday shopping at Farmer's. That's right. Come home to Farmer's for special Christmas savings you won't believe. Like this massage rocker recliner with free telephone for just $4.99. Or this handsome table and chairs for just $3.99. And your choice of great financing options with 0 down and easy monthly payments makes it even better. Plus, we guarantee fast, free delivery by Christmas. So come home to Farmer's for your special Christmas savings today.
Hello, Carol. You should see what I found at Lake Park Mill Store Plaza. All at 20 to 70% off retail.
They spend plenty of time on the road, but this weekend, truckers will be pulling over, not to take a break, instead to lend a helping hand. In fact, if you'd like to help needy children have a happy holiday, the truckers hope you'll join them tomorrow. They're hosting a country Christmas in Valdosta, featuring live entertainment and a celebrity auction.
Think they've been bad because Santa Claus don't come see them because they don't realize Daddy's lost a job or things have been held back in factories or whatever. And because I love them, it's the least I can do for the good Lord.
The cost of admission to the event, one toy, or bring a few more. Proceeds from the auction will go to buy even more toys. Everything kicks off at 10 tomorrow morning in the Valdosta Walmart parking lot.
How neat. They must come from far and wide. Imagine they can collect toys all over the country and
Wouldn't it
bring
be
them
nice
to
if they
town.
could collect enough to load up one of those trucks, huh?
I bet they do.
I know the kids would want them.
Mm-hmm.
We're out of time. Thanks for watching. I'm Clay Loney.
And I'm Julie Montanaro. Eyewitness News at 6 is coming your way next.
$98 a month. Drive a new Tallahassee Ford Ranger, Escort, or F-150 for only $98 a month. This Thursday through Sunday, the leader, Tallahassee Ford, is having a very special sale at the North Florida Fairgrounds. Drive a new Ranger, Escort, or F-150, your choice, only $98 a month. Or a new 96 Explorer, only $332 a month. Financing as low as 2.9% rebates up to $2,000. Tallahassee Ford can't say no. This Thursday through Sunday at the North Florida Fairgrounds.
What makes a great gift? There's never been a better time to find out at Berdine's.
Oh, really?
20 to 50% savings store-wide.
Really?
Everywhere you look, you'll find just what you want.
Really? Like 25% off your favorite American designer.
All badge jeans, only $19.99.
Up to 40% off satin sleepwear.
50% off the Olympia Crystal Collection from Fifth Avenue Limited. This 2-day sale is one great gift sale.
This Saturday and Sunday only.
Only at Berdine's.
Berdine's, the Florida gift store.
Really?
I get no time out for pain, so I stop pain on the spot with the Icy Hot Chill Stick. Icy to dull pain, hot to relax it away. And for a cool you can't match, chill it! Icy Hot Chill Stick stops pain on the spot.
With several makeup changes a day, I need to balance deep cleaning with extra gentleness. I need new gentle formula Physoderm. The same great cleansing, balanced in a luxurious new formula with gentle skin conditioners. Physoderm clean and gentle. The balance is beautiful.
On the next Good Morning Show, we'll have the latest on the day's events, plus finding time to adopt a child can put the spirit of Christmas in your home. HRS and the Boys Town are teaming up to care for difficult children. We'll have that story and much more on the next Good Morning Show.
Diabetes is a serious disease. If you or someone you love has diabetes, there's important information you need to know. Research shows you can live a healthier life and avoid serious problems like blindness and kidney failure by keeping your blood sugar closer to normal. Learn the facts for yourself, for those you love. Call the American Diabetes Association today to receive this free brochure.
Eyewitness News at 6 is closed captioned as a public service of WCTV. From the area's news leader, this is Eyewitness News at 6 with Frank Raneke and Carmen Cummings. Weather with meteorologist Mike McCall. And sports with Randy Ruditz. This is the award-winning Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. Frank has the night off. A deadly fire overnight has claimed the lives of an entire family, including a toddler and a new baby. It happened at about 2 a.m. in the town of Bristol. This trailer on Lakeside Drive went up in flames, and the Mills family was trapped inside. Authorities suspect something may have been left too close to a heater. Adam and Regina Mills, their 3-year-old daughter, Virginia, and 5-month-old daughter, Amy, were killed. The state fire marshal's office is investigating. Leon County's property appraiser has a warning tonight. Be on the lookout for a company trying to charge you to file for homestead rights. An unknown number of homeowners received forms to file for homestead exemption. The company, named State Recording Service, offers to file your homestead for a $25 fee. Property appraiser Bert Hartsfield says that's not necessary because you can do it for free.
We've also been faxed a couple of the letters that have been sent out to residences of Leon County, and we're concerned then and wanted to make sure that the public was aware that this is a fraud, and with the telemarketing schemes going on now, this is just another method they're using to try to get in your wallet.
Officials at State Recording Service in Arizona deny Hartsfield's claims, saying they provide a legitimate service. By the way, new homeowners have until March 1st to file for homestead exemptions. A city shaken by vacant posts and scandals continues to reconstruct the face of city government. For the past 6 months, the post of Valdosta city manager has been empty. Larry Hanson has served in the interim, but last night the city council asked him if he wanted the job for good. He accepted.
We've got a great new team in place here. And so now that we have the people, it becomes the job to make sure that they have the resources to do their job and ultimately provide the best service to the citizens.
Hanson replaces Mike Kaysen, who resigned last summer to take another position. 7 months after Valdosta lost its chief and 2 other top officers, the department is being reorganized. New Police Chief Frank Simons delivered his plan to revamp the Valdosta Police Department to the City Hall this week. The proposal puts more officers on the streets and decreases top management.
There are going to be some people that may not be in agreement with everything that we're doing, but the overall response, the overall feeling appears to be positive. I just got through talking with the oncoming shift. They seem to embrace the idea well.
Chief Simons took office in August. The changes should be implemented in a few weeks. An all-out law enforcement effort is underway. The mission to make our streets as safe as possible for the holidays. Reporter Tony Whitehurst picks up the story.
And tell who runs the light. And what they'll do, they'll follow each other through.
And those violators are the reason TPD officers like Charlie Lingo and sheriff officials are starting Operation Safe Streets tonight at 7 o'clock.
Tallahassee Mall's here, then you got the Governor's Mall. What people are trying to do is get from one mall to the other as quick as they can. Sometimes they'll use a shortcut.
When he's making a left turn, the light won't blink, and there's supposed to be lens on there, and that's against the law.
John Preddy will also be out, concentrating on drunk drivers.
If you're swapping lanes and you cross the white line, that's just an indicator. I'll stop you. The biggest thing is their slur, their speech, their eyes, they have bloodshot eyes, and then the odor of alcohol. If you got those, you get them out of the car, and then you do your field sobriety exercises.
Officers are worried about their own lives. Yesterday, this sheriff's car was hit by a suspected drunk driver.
This looks like it appears to where his head hit the windshield from the impact. So you can tell it was a pretty good impact. It deployed the airbag in it, too.
DUI arrests are up with our agency alone 15 or more per month, more than what they were in the past.
And throw in accidents and deaths. You'll have your reasons for Operation Safe Streets. Tony Whitehurst, Channel 6 Eyewitness News, Tallahassee.
Authorities are still holding the driver of a van that contained nearly $1 million in suspected drug money. Lowndes County deputies stopped the van for speeding Thursday, then discovered the cash hidden in the floor of the vehicle. Officials say that the compartment contained more than $930,000. The driver's wife, their 2 small children, and a puppy were released from custody late last night. The cash seizure is the largest ever in Lowndes County. Leon County is home to Florida's Deputy Sheriff of the Year. 28-year-old veteran Sergeant Paul Phillips won the prestigious honor for his work in crime prevention. Sergeant Phillips founded the magazine Crime Prevention News, as well as Crime Watch TV, seen in 17 counties.
He's self-motivated, he's innovative, and he's gone out and created these programs without any expense to the citizens of Leon County, which is a service to the citizens, which is what our profession is all about.
It's a great honor for me, both personally and professionally, to receive 2 such awards in 1 year.
Sergeant Phillips also won Tallahassee's Law Enforcement Officer of the Year award. Coming up on Eyewitness News, a Wakulla County, Florida park received some much-needed money. And 1 year later, their business burned to the ground. A local couple tries again.
The Books A Million one-day sale, tomorrow and tomorrow only. Save an extra 10% on our already discounted prices. Save on everything in the store. Literally thousands of books, gifts, and greeting cards. Bestsellers up to 40% off. Bargain books up to 90% off. Save over $9 on Morning, Noon, and Night. Save over $10 on Michael Crichton's The Lost World. Save over $48 on The Art of Georgia O'Keeffe. Millionaires Club members save even more. Tomorrow only, the one-day sale at Books A Million. It's the one sale you can't afford to miss.
It's a little bit country where hot and cool connect.
Hot eats, cool treats at Dairy Queen.
There's real country cooking at Dairy Queen. The chicken strip basket, now only $2.99. 4 golden strips of chicken, all white breast meat, moist and tender. Crispy fries, Texas toast, and country gravy. The Dairy Queen chicken strip basket, just $2.99. You all drop in for lunch or dinner.
Hot eats, cool treats, we treat you right.
Circuit City's the place to go for all your holiday shopping with guaranteed low prices throughout the store. Right now, get a free printer when you buy any computer and monitor. Save on all the best top brands and get a free printer. And for a limited time at Circuit City, get no interest and no payments for 6 months on all audio, all video, and all appliances. And every CD is on sale for just $10.88 or less. It's all going on right now at Circuit City. Hurry in today. Circuit City, the right prices right now.
One North Florida mom and pop shop is extremely grateful this holiday season. It's the story of a couple who learned a tough lesson and rose from the ashes for a new beginning, just in time for Christmas.
It's been a year since a fire left one big charred shell at this antique center in downtown Havana. $450,000 worth of cherished gems and furnishings were destroyed at this shop alone. But the smoke is finally cleared for Betty and Jim Kellum, and they're basking in a new beginning.
It looked like an astronomical project, one that would be very difficult to work through, but it's getting there.
It took the Kellums a while just to get motivated to start all over, but once they got the courage, they hit the road to travel to New England and New York City to start collecting treasures again.
Our market's growing more and more as people find out that antiques are very affordable, and it's something they can pass down to their children, which is something I think we need today, is to realize our heritage and pass our heritage back to our kids.
And the Kellums believe that love for antiquities helps mold the character of this quaint rural arts community, a community that takes pride in cherishing a few favorite things from days gone by.
Next Friday, Antique Square Shops will be hosting a special holiday evening of shopping and refreshments for the entire community. An area park is about to get a major renovation thanks to the state of Florida. Senator Pat Thomas and an official with the State Park Service represented Wakulla County today and gave them nearly $100,000. The money will go to improve Mash's Sand Park near Panacea. The county already has big plans for the grant money.
We're going to pave the parking area in here. We're going to add new restrooms. We're going to, the boat ramp that sits behind us here, improve that and improve access for fishermen to the bay.
The money is part of the state's Recreation Development Assistance Program. Apalachicola and Caravel also received $100,000 checks. Still to come on Eyewitness News, Nancy Dignon checks our chilly Doppler 6 forecast. She says you'll want to gather around the fire to keep warm this weekend.
To help you get around in the new Caravan, we devised a seating chart. We put the back seats on wheels, so they roll in and out. They fold flat, they recline, or they can be replaced by a pair of captain's chairs. So if you want Caravan to fit the way you live, feel free to rearrange the furniture. The new Dodge Caravan, just as original as the original.
Not long ago, we loaned these mechanics Home Depot's Husky tools and asked them to give them a shot. We mentioned they were guaranteed forever, just like Craftsman. Now they won't give them back. And we don't really feel like arguing with them. Husky, the toughest name in tools. And only at the Home Depot.
Hello? Hey, Dad. I got 10 minutes and thought I'd give you a call.
Oh, since when did you get 10 minutes to call anybody?
Oh, come on. You know I've always make time for you.
All right, baby. What's on your mind?
I just had to let you know about this great team I've come across.
No kidding? Tell me about them.
Well, they're fast, they're committed, and they're a super bunch of guys.
Sounds just like those fellas at Superlube.
Superlube, service you can trust every 3,000 miles.
Winn-Dixie discounts all wrapping paper 50% every day. Yep, birthday, anniversary, holiday, pink, purple, even polka dotted paper. All 50% off every day. Let's see, what else can I wrap? Ooh, Uncle Fred needs a camera. Winn-Dixie discounts greeting cards 40% every day. This $3 card cost me $1.80, and that's good because I buy cards for everyone. Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday to the world's greatest boss.
Nancy Dignon's Doppler 6 weathercasts have the seal of approval of the American Meteorological Society.
Saw quite a few folks out gathering wood today, and we're going to need it, I
We
understand.
certainly are. Have the wood handy and have a jacket handy as well. Temperatures are going to drop in a hurry. That after a cold front moves on through, and it should move through between 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon hours. We did have, believe it or not, some above normal temperatures this morning, though we were shy of that this afternoon. Started off 47 and 49 across the viewing area, only managed 57 and 55 so far today. The reason I say that is I still think we may actually go up in the way of temperature. 24, the record low set on this date, 1927, 80, record high, 1947, and so far, no rain today. Currently outside, still in the mid-50s, relative humidity, 83%. Pressure is holding steady, and the winds are coming in from the east, 6 to 8 miles per hour. Well, let's get on board the airplane and take a flight up the eastern seaboard. You see thick cloud cover up and down the east coast. There was some sunshine in the southern areas of the Sunshine State. A lot of clouds up and down the eastern seaboard, though, and look at this, some snow flurries falling across parts of the northeast, and that snow flurry may actually fall into a heavy snowstorm, as we show you in a little bit. Across the country, though, you'll see a lot of clouds, basically from the north to the south through the middle part of the country. Now, we had some low-level clouds this morning. They did keep the temperatures down for a good part of the day, but the brighter white cloudiness that you do see, indicating some of those taller clouds, the ones that do develop the rain and the thunderstorms across the area. So let's zoom into the southeast and see what's going on. Mostly today we had a few sprinkles. There are, though, some pretty heavy thunderstorms lined up from Tennessee back down toward Texas, and generally it looks like it's all moving east and southeastward. It looks like it's a very impressive line of storms ahead of it, some light to moderately heavy rain, and then look for that whole squall line to continue approaching our area again through the overnight hours. On the weather map, you'll see what's going on. A very impressive storm system. Look at it. packing quite a punch. Snows are rather impressive from Minnesota back down to Kentucky, and there's a possibility of some flurries mixing into the freezing rain across parts of Tennessee. We have some video to show you, and what you'll see is, again, some of the snow is falling. Look how windy it is, blowing across, and it'll make for some snow squalls across a good part of the upper Midwest. This is what we call a whiteout, where you really can't see in front of you, kind of hazardous driving on the roadways, and they may pick up nearly a foot of snow. In some areas, it looks like it's already fallen, and I can tell you, I've done that. That is not fun. Across the rest of the weather map, though, you'll see what's going on. We had that front kind of slide on through yesterday, beginning now to retreat as a warm front. That's why I think we may see an increase of temperature. But soon enough, this cold front will drop on down, and as it plunges through, first we'll get the rain, and then we'll get some cold weather. Here's where we're expecting it to be by about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. A solid line of thunderstorms ahead of it. It'll move on through, clear on out, and cool on off. Temperature-wise, though, really not too bad across the country today. But again, overnight tonight, we probably won't fall a whole lot, not a whole lot colder than what we're currently seeing, but generally into the 50s. But look at this, sub-zero readings across the northern plain states. Woo! It's going to be cold outside. Doppler 6 radar on the forecast coming up next.
Bringing you America's pride. Buick is America's pride.
For '96, LeSabre features a posh new interior, added power, and all the luxuries.
ABS, dual airbags, power everything, and plenty of room for my family.
Your Florida Buick dealer has America's ride loaded under $23,000.
Florida's going to love this car.
Buick is America's ride.
The Books A Million one-day sale tomorrow and tomorrow only. Save an extra 10% on our already discounted prices. Save on everything in the store. Literally thousands of books, gifts, and greeting cards. Bestsellers up to 40% off. Bargain books up to 90% off. Save over $9 on Morning, Noon, and Night. Save over $10 on Michael Crichton's The Lost World. Save over $48 on The Art of Georgia O'Keeffe. Millionaires Club members save even more. Tomorrow only, the one-day sale at Books A Million. It's the one sale you can't afford to miss.
Doppler 6 radar scanning out 150 miles, currently taking a break. We've had a few sprinkles here and there. There may be one just to the northeast of Panama City, but right now, very, very light. Look for that to get heavy, though, overnight tonight. Along the Gulf Coast tomorrow, as the winds pick up, small craft caution flag out. Southwesterly, then switching to northwesterly, picking up 18 to 28 knots. Seas building 4 to 7 feet and mostly rough then for the bays and inlets. There are the high and low tides, Alligator Point, Apalachicola, St. Mark's River, and also for Carabel. Your exclusive Doppler 6 forecast, rain and thunderstorms increasing from the west, remaining cloudy and turning a bit breezy, 60% chance of rain, temperatures falling perhaps to about 55 to 53 degrees. Morning rain and thunderstorms, then turning windy and cold. I promise you, you will know when that front moves through.
I believe you, Nancy.
Thank you. 59 degrees then for a high, 60% chance of rain, tapering off through the early afternoon hours. But look at Sunday and Monday. In the morning, possibly about 30 degrees. Sunday morning, low spots could see upper 20s, and Monday even colder as the winds start to subside. So
yikes.
Mid and upper 20s. Yeah, yikes is a good word. It's going to be cold outside. So, you know, just make sure that you bring things in that you need to, especially if you're going to be away for the weekend.
Okay, thanks, Nancy. Coming up in sports, the Eagles of North Florida Christian are ready to bring home a state title. But who will bring home the Heisman? Florida's Danny Warfel is eyeing the prize. Mike Neighbors is up next with Eyewitness Sports.
The Books A Million one-day sale tomorrow and tomorrow only. Save an extra 10% on our already discounted prices. Save on everything in the store. Literally thousands of books, gifts, and greeting cards. Bestsellers up to 40% off. Bargain books up to 90% off. Save over $9 on Morning, Noon, and Night. Save over $10 on Michael Crichton's The Lost World. Save over $48 on The Art of Georgia O'Keeffe. Millionaires Club members save even more. Tomorrow only, the one-day sale at Books A Million. It's the one sale you can't afford to miss.
The I-30 from Infinity of Tallahassee. It's the sports luxury sedan you can own for under $30,000. Elegant lines, flagship styling. The I-30 follows the Infinity tradition of outstanding quality and the best warranty, including a free service loaner. Nothing has been overlooked. Plenty of room for a family and all these features. The I-30 for under 30. Come see the I-30 and the full Infinity line at Infinity of Tallahassee on West Tennessee.
We just finished painting 50 Christmas cards in 2 days.
Rate that 51.
You can accomplish a lot in 2 days. I ought to know. I'm an assistant manager at Belk, and we're gearing up for our huge holiday 2-day sale. You'll save 50% on selected items all over the store. Great stuff like dress shirts and sleepwear, towels, even accessories. Half off before Christmas. It only lasts 2 days, so you gotta hurry. Store's gonna be jamming. It's the holiday 2-day sale at Belk. I'll see you there.
All across the country, they're celebrating the season. And just across town, we're celebrating too, with gift certificates from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar. A gift that's right for everyone who loves a good meal. So whether you buy them in Boston or get them in Greensboro, this holiday season, make it Applebee's to all, and to all a good meal.
We're America's favorite neighbor, Applebee's.
Mike's in with sports tonight, talking about the grand prize.
Can you do that, Roger?
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Charlie Ward, it was easy for him. It might not be this easy this time, Carmen. Who is going to bring home the Heisman? The past few years, you had a pretty good idea, but this year, it could be one of 3 players. In door number 1, it's the head Husker, Tommy Frazier, who has been consistent from day 1 and has even campaigned for the trophy. Many are betting on Frazier, but maybe your outside favorite is By George, this back from Ohio State. Eddie George hopes to add the Heisman Trophy to his Maxwell Award, but your late bloomer could be Danny Warfel of Florida, and he's taking all this hype in stride.
A dream that everyone, I think, dreams about, but it's not something that you fret about. It's just, it'll happen or won't, and that'll be fine.
You know you want it, Danny. To high school football, where a group of Eagles have landed in Daytona Beach. The North Florida Christian Eagles are in Daytona and will play for the school's first state title tomorrow. Mike Ussery and company will play a tough Belglade squad. Coach Tim Coakley and the Eagles have had a great week of practice and left this morning. NFC has won several close games and come from behind affairs. And we asked the coach if he ever thought he'd be in the title game his first year.
Yeah, it surprised me, but since it usually doesn't come down to coaching, it comes down to good players, then no, I'm not surprised because we have a good group of boys that works hard, and it usually comes down to, good players and hard work, and you have to have a little bit of luck in the playoffs, and we've had that.
To the FSU Hoopsters, who are trying to shake off their Tulane buzzer beater in time to down DePaul on the road in St. Petersburg tomorrow. The Blue Demons have the respect of the Knowles and Pat Kennedy.
They've played everybody tough. They lost to Texas by 4 points. Texas is a very good club. They lost to Michigan at Michigan by 5 points. So DePaul is obviously playing extremely well. We know they're very, very quick. And with our big size up front and maybe a little lack of speed at the point guard position, that quickness has got to concern us.
To the Lady Hoopsters, a big one on the menu Sunday between FAMU and FSU. After all, bragging rights are on the line. Sandra Golden hit the courts and has a preview.
It's turning into quite the rivalry. Florida State and FAMU women will hoop it up on Sunday night, and if you're interested in some great basketball, be at the Civic Center.
It seems like it's always such a battle of bragging rights, I guess, for the city of Tallahassee. And if you bring in players, and we have such a young team, they're not sure what this game is all about. And it's just like when I first came here, they said, you got to be ready for the FAMU game because it's going to be rock 'em, sock 'em, and all these things.
Rock'em sock'em basketball is guaranteed. Now, Florida State really owns the series at 17-8, but the Rattlers came on strong last year and won it the first time since 1981, and they're looking for a repeat performance.
It's always a big game. The community gets out behind it. People everywhere you go are asking, when's that game? And, so it's an exciting game. It's an exciting time.
FAMU is considered the home team, although it's at the Civic Center, which is very strong for the Rattlers. They've won their last 8 at home. Florida State's coming off a terrible loss to Duke, but hey, if you're looking for intensity, it's all there. It's the Rattlers and Seminoles. Sandra Golden, Channel 6 Eyewitness Sports.
Thank you, Sandra. Let's go fishing. The best time to bring out the tackle box, midnight to 5 in the morning and from 7 to 9 at night.
No way.
And finally, Carmen, it's time to check out the winners of the Champion Chevrolet WCTV Jacksonville Jaguars tickets. Now, these winners receive tickets to the Colts-Jaguars game this Sunday. A bunch of them. Brian Hall, Derek Graham, Julie Smith, Willie Williams, Leslie Middleton, Monique DeBoliak, hope I got that right, Deanne Wheaton, Wayne Macia, Al Williams, and Sarah Hall. So congratulations.
And Carmen Cummings. What is that?
Carmen Cummings. We have one more left,
okay,
I think.
I'll give you time to Make it up to me. Thanks, Mike. Still to come on Eyewitness News, Robert Burns hits the trail once again.
1,000 head of cattle, close to 500 horses. Come with us as we take you on Florida Cattle Drive 95. We may even tell you why they call them cowpokes.
Who you call it, cowpoke? Is that thing on?
So be good, for goodness sake.
See your hometown GMC truck dealer today.
What makes a great gift? There's never been a better time to find out at Berdine's.
Oh, really?
20 to 50% savings store-wide.
Really? Everywhere you look, you'll find just what you want.
Really? Like 25% off her favorite American designer.
All badge jeans only $19.99.
Up to 40% off satin sleepwear.
50% off the Olympia Crystal Collection from Fifth Avenue Limited. This 2-day sale is one great gift sale.
This Saturday and Sunday only.
Only at Berdine's.
Berdine's, the Florida gift store.
Really?
If you need a special toy for a big kid, come to the Home Depot, the toy store for big kids, with our low price guarantee on gifts they really want. Like Woods wire extension cords. They're great to have around the house during the holidays. Or Husky's 101-piece mechanics tool set, just $48 every day. At the toy store for big kids, Home Depot.
Hello, Carol. You should see what I found at Lake Park Mill Store Plaza. All at 20 to 70% off retail.
It's the place people put their money after hours. And it's not the cookie jar.
Know the answer?
Nice depository?
Four wheels up for grabs on the next Wheel of Fortune.
Spin the wheel tonight at 7 on WCTV.
Coming up tonight at 11 on Eyewitness News, a teen has been arrested for setting fires at his school. New changes take effect on Monday in one school district in the wake of violence against a bus driver there. Those stories and more later tonight. We invite you to join Julie and Clay at 11. As well as cracking the whip, participants of Florida's Cattle Drive 95 are riding buckboard. 30-some-odd horse and mule-drawn wagons are following along in genuine cracker tradition. Eyewitness News reporter Robert Burns and photographer Tom Stallings hitch up the team.
Back up, Dukes.
No sooner does the last cow hunter hit the trail than wagons are hitched and Florida cracker pilgrims fall in line. More than 30 rigs, all under the watchful gaze of master mule skinner Jim Karras.
Tighten up! Tighten up! Wagon to you!
What's the secret to leading this many rigs and animals? Is there a secret to it?
Be thick-hearted.
Now you're talking about an old-timer taught you everything you needed to know about leading mules. What was his advice?
Keep the wagon behind the mules. Keep everything pointed north.
Back before Mr. Flagler built his railroad, characters like Karras made the difference between life in the Florida wilderness and death in that same place. All it takes is one wrong turn. 4 wagons back, the Peacock family of Madison is living and learning. Now, whatever possessed you to come all the way down here from Madison County, Florida?
Well, this is the first time in 23 years we've been married that we've taken off to do anything like this.
Basically, what would you like your daughters to walk away from this experience with?
Oh, with the knowledge of a little history of what the pioneers went through and the pioneering spirit that started our country and our state.
Once again safely encamped, teams are curried, performance is assessed, and folks take to boasting.
But you see his setup here. Tell them about your wagon, Marley, or Waldron, your 3 mules. See, we've got the fence up for the horses over there.
There was horses dropped out all the way from here to there. A lot of them dropped out. A lot of them never made it. They just bagged out. They just, the farther they went, the harder they pulled. Like to pull old Bob's arms off each other.
But the experienced Skinner doesn't go overboard. Today is today. Tomorrow tomorrow. And mules are, after all, mulish. Robert Burns, Channel 6 Eyewitness News, on the Florida Cracker Trail.
And Robert says it takes a lot to keep 1,500 animals and 700 people all in line and under control. Join Robert tomorrow when he takes a look behind the scenes. And that's our 6 o'clock report for Mike and Nancy. I'm Carmen Cummings. Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.